It seems the SEC's legal battle with Ripple has come to a close, or so suggests Jeremy Hogan, a well-regarded legal analyst closely observing the SEC versus Ripple showdown. Today, I'll unpack the latest updates concerning the SEC's recent actions, the possibility of an appeal, and its potential timeline. Plus, let's delve into the projections for Bitcoin, Xrp, and the broader crypto market's upcoming trends, as opinions in the community remain divided. We'll assess several elements currently influencing the crypto world, not only concerning Bitcoin and Xrp prices, but also a backstage event that you might want to keep on your radar. While it might not directly impact the price, it's an aspect that deserves attention. As always, welcome back to Moneyside, your go-to spot for everything XRP related. Before we dive deep, a quick shout out to all our viewers. Please hit that like button. Make sure you're subscribed with notifications turned on because we've got an exciting XRP giveaway lined up for you all. And if you find this content valuable, do share the video. Now, with that out of the way, let's jump straight into the heart of the matter. Let's dive in. As we see Bitcoin and XRP's prices showing an upward trend, with Bitcoin recently surpassing the $30,000 mark and holding its ground, there's another topic gaining traction. Judging by the surge in Google and YouTube queries, many are eager to learn the secrets of trading cryptocurrencies effectively, given its inherent challenges. Now, shifting our focus back to price movements, Bitcoin's recent surge, attributed to rumored news, which later turned out to be unsubstantiated, about a Bitcoin ETF getting the green light, has caught everyone's attention. In a brief span of roughly 6 minutes, Bitcoin experienced a surge of several $1,000s. This sudden spike led to some eyebrows being raised, with certain trading activities appearing a bit dubious. One such activity involved a Bitcoin trade worth $50,000, resulting in a staggering profit of $2.2 million. There's speculation that the individual behind this trade might also be the source of the tweet that set off the spike, though that's a topic I won't delve into right now. Meanwhile, XRP saw its value touch 55 cents, subsequently retracting a bit. Over the past few months, XRP has maintained a steady range, oscillating between 48 cents and 53 cents. This consistent behavior began around the time Ripple received a favorable outcome in its legal tussle with the SEC, not an official win per se, but XRP was recognized as a non-security digital asset, which I'll discuss further in the next segment. At present, there's a palpable tension surrounding Bitcoin, the entire crypto market, and broader global economic trends. In all my years covering cryptocurrency, I've never witnessed such a divisive period, not even when Bitcoin soared past the $60,000 mark. The looming question on everyone's mind, will Bitcoin ascend further, or is a downturn imminent? I'm curious about your thoughts. Please share your insights in the comments below. I've been keeping tabs on several proficient day traders and their trading communities. While they haven't been flawless, their predictions over the last half year have been notably accurate. Intriguingly, many anticipate Bitcoin might dip to the $18,000 to $20,000 range, suggesting this correction might be needed to tap into the significant liquidity at the $20,000 mark before launching into a major bull phase projected for 2024. While many voices in the crypto space argue Bitcoin won't plummet to the $20,000 mark due to insufficient selling pressure and lack of substantial open interest, some technical indicators suggest otherwise. When delving into technical analysis, significant open interest isn't always a prerequisite for a price decline aimed at capturing more liquidity. Consider the Relative Strength Index, RSI, for instance. Throughout this year, the RSI trended downward even as Bitcoin's value climbed. This counter-movement was evident when Bitcoin marked new records between the $50,000 and $60,000 range. The RSI's trajectory then was a telltale sign, leading some experts to predict a forthcoming decline in Bitcoin's value. Indeed, Bitcoin witnessed a drop, although it unfolded more gradually than anticipated. Now, some market observers are forecasting a potential dip to $20,000 by year-end. Although this isn't expected to occur overnight, the subsequent phase seems promising. From the trading circles I've been monitoring, macroeconomists, and even statements from SEC's Gary Gensler, who recently hinted at a possible shift in stance toward a spot Bitcoin ETF, it appears that a surge in mainstream Bitcoin interest could propel its value upwards post the anticipated dip, especially as we head into 2024. It's worth noting concluding that 2024 is a halving year for Bitcoin, a period historically associated with significant bullish trends. Based on my research, discussions within trading communities, and insights from prominent macroeconomic experts, the general sentiment points toward 2024 and 2025 as landmark years for Bitcoin and the broader cryptocurrency realm. However, there are looming changes on the horizon that warrant attention. Before diving deeper into the Ripple lawsuit and its implications, there's a particular change that needs highlighting. Lynn Alden recently responded to John Deaton's tweet about a potential spot Bitcoin ETF, pointing out an overlooked development concerning the US government and cryptocurrencies. While the introduction of a spot Bitcoin ETF could significantly boost Bitcoin's price, there's an underlying concern that certain liberties may be compromised by the US government's actions. A key point of contention is the government's focus on cryptocurrency mixers, which they're attempting to outlaw, often citing concerns like money laundering. Yet, the challenge lies in the feasibility of regulating such a vast landscape. How can they monitor all transactions and users employing mixers, especially in a domain inherently resistant to centralized control? The government might resort to selective enforcement, targeting specific individuals or entities to set an example and deter others. This indicates a potential erosion of some of the anonymity and freedoms crypto enthusiasts hold dear, even if a spot Bitcoin ETF gains approval. As 2023 winds down and we approach 2024, many eyes remain on the Ripple case. While most aspects of the case seem to have reached a conclusion, Ripple executives Brad Garlinghouse and Chris Larson remained in the SEC's crosshairs. However, a recent development saw the SEC formally dropping charges against both Chris and Brad. One prevailing theory is that the SEC chose this route because they anticipated a loss in court. Instead, they might opt for a settlement, potentially securing more funds from Ripple. But murmurs in the crypto community suggest that the SEC's decision might have deeper motives. While it may seem that the SEC often operates with a calculated strategy, especially in lengthy matters, recent speculation suggests their withdrawal from certain aspects of the Ripple case may have a strategic intent. The prevailing theory is that by relinquishing parts of the case, the SEC can hasten the appeal process for other segments of the case. However, they are not challenging the status of Xrp as a non-security. That remains settled. Instead, their focus is on contesting some of Ripple's other victories under Judge Torres's ruling. Jeremy Hogan, known for his insightful takes on the case, recently shared his perspective. He emphasized that for all practical considerations, the Ripple versus SEC saga is nearing its end. Despite pivotal hearings in the pipeline, which could determine judgments as hefty as $770 million, Hogan believes the era of anxiously following every twist and turn of this case is behind us. He stated that the absence of a trial next year means there won't be any new revelations. Consequently, a final judgment from the court is anticipated sometime in the next year. Though a settlement could be reached before the judgment, both Ripple and the SEC retain the right to appeal. Notably, the SEC has expressed its intent to do so. But how likely is the SEC to succeed in an appeal? Hogan references available statistics, pointing out that the SEC's success rate on appeal stands at a modest 14.2%. He further contends that Judge Torres's fact-heavy opinion does not bode well for the SEC's odds of success in an appeal. If the SEC were to proceed with its appeal next year and subsequently win the favor of the appellate court by 2025, what would the implications be? The intricacies of the Ripple versus SEC case have drawn considerable attention, particularly given the implications of Judge Torres's decision. According to legal analyst Jeremy Hogan, the appellate process may not be as straightforward as many anticipate. If the appellate court deems necessary, the case could be referred back to the trial judge for additional clarifications and rulings. This is particularly true for the other distributions of Xrp, where the judge avoided explicit findings on the second and third components of the Howey test, leaving those determinations to the trial judge. If the case is returned for further examination, the outcome remains uncertain. It's conceivable that the judge might side with Ripple. Any potential agreement by the appellate court with the SEC on programmatic sales would necessitate another return to trial. There's an indication that Judge Torres may lean towards Ripple's fair notice defense. After these deliberations, the case could be appealed again, covering all the issues addressed. For the SEC to ultimately emerge victorious, a series of events must occur. They must resist any settlements, navigate a slim 14% chance of appellate success, endure more hearings, and potentially win another appeal. This doesn't even account for external factors like congressional acts or political shifts. Jeremy Hogan humorously concludes by equating the SEC's chances of success, after taking into account the appeal odds, enduring litigation, and maintaining the lawsuit against Ripple into 2026, to a mere 2.367%. He jestingly likens these odds to those of the Jets clinching the Super Bowl, a lighthearted way to emphasize the unlikelihood of the SEC's ultimate victory. In sum, while there remain details to iron out, including potential penalties Ripple might face, many observers feel the case is essentially settled. With the Bitcoin halving scheduled for April 20th, 2024, many are keen to see if this case will officially conclude by then. Share your thoughts and predictions in the comments section below. Please remember, I am not a licensed financial advisor. The content presented in these videos is purely for entertainment purposes. I always encourage viewers to conduct their own research and consult with professionals before making any financial decisions. Thanks so much for tuning in. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Also, make sure you turn on the notifications to be the first to know when I release new content. I'm excited to catch up with you in the upcoming video. Take care.